I think she
Not
just
to be
wants.
mean.
I think she wants revenge.
She wants revenge. I just want
she
the
wants
clout
revenge.
from that.
I think she wants revenge.
Why?
I think she wants revenge because I don't know what happened in their breakup, but it's like if you've ever been broken up with, and then it's like you sit down to yourself and you really reflect on your relationship, and you're like, man, I really let that motherfucker get away with that. I really listened to this dude. I really let this dude do all of this. And then he gets to go in front of everybody and pretend to be this feminist and pretend to be this millionaire and get all these movie deals. Well, I just got to sit here and take a L? Nah, fuck that. Our boy Jonah Hill.
Hey, on the hill.
Jonah Hill. He was I guess he broke up with his girlfriend, and she leaked some text over the weekend saying that he was abusive, that he is a narcissist, and he's a misogynist because he told in the text messages, some of the text messages said that he didn't like her dressing a certain way, he didn't like her posing with other guys or being around other men in her bathing suit, he wanted her to change her clothes, and he told her if she didn't, he was gonna leave and all the other type of stuff. Social media, especially Twitter, man, they only know two words when it comes to bad relationships: narcissist and abuser. Okay, a narcissist is a mental disorder that has to be diagnosed by a mental health expert. All you lamos on Twitter, wannabe influencers on Twitter, you do not have the credentials to diagnose anybody with narcissism. Bros they just hear shit from Urban Dictionary just coming up and saying it. He's manipulative, yes. I think it's manipulative. I think it's controlling.
Yeah.
What you want her to wear, yes. But do I think it's an abusive? No. Abuse is cruel. Abuse is violent, right? So an example would be like if he would say something like, hey, you look like a fucking slut when you wear that bathing suit, and if you ever go back to that job again, then we're fucking done and it'll be all your fault. That is mental abuse. If he would have beat her, obviously that would be abuse, but what he did wasn't abuse, it was manipulation. But now look, homegirl was wrong because homegirl, like I said, with Keke Palmer's baby daddy, she called him out publicly, and you can't do that. You cannot call your significant other, even if it's their ex, out publicly. It makes you look bad and it's a bad deal. Don't do it. But I think that also when I look at her, or when I looked at the text messages and just her behavior, usually people who are in an abusive relationship, well, I'm not going to speak for all because everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently to abuse, right? Yeah. But typically, people that are abused are very hesitant to call out their abusers. Yeah. They're not as public with it, right? Stockholm Syndrome is a real thing, right? So and seeing all that together, I can tell it's not really abuse. It was a bad relationship. Now, where I will say Jonah Hill is wrong, and a lot of niggas on Twitter are getting it wrong, is look, it's not a dub, right? Yeah. It's not a dub because for Jonah Hill, this woman was a surfer when you met her. Yeah. So when she's a surfer, she's on the beach, she's going to be in a swimsuit, right, or a bikini. Yeah. That's her profession. So you can't be like, hey, I'm really not comfortable with you wearing that. But when you were dating her, that's what she was doing. So it's like, but I don't think either of them are right. I think it's just, two exes just going at it publicly, and because one is famous, we just talking about it. But at the end of the day, man, it's just silly shit. Okay.
Like in this generation, the biggest mistake is mistaking social media for therapy. Yeah. You out there blasting this man out and shit and putting this stuff out there. And that should have stayed in the home, to be honest. That should have stayed between you and him or professional. Like, if it's really that bad, if he's not putting his hands on you, I feel like you should just go out and seek a professional, a relationship guru or a therapist, a counselor or some shit like that. But
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, someone with the nearest Bugatti. Y'all in California, so that's probably easy to find. Bugatti. Shout out to the boys out there. But I feel like this should have been behind closed doors. This should never have been out to public. And at the end of the day, you're just ruining his reputation along with yours, because what happens if you're making a lot of this shit up? I know you have proof, but what if you're over exaggerating the situation and you ruin his career, and then people find out that you're not telling the truth and you ruin your career? Like, that stuff could be avoided if you just seek a professional. Like, now if he's putting his hands on you or something like that, that's a whole nother deal. You might let everybody know, like, hey, this dude is a woman abuser. But if he's not, it's a bad breakup. Just leave it alone. Like, nothing's compelling you to put it. Like, you can just go. You don't have to put it out.
I think she just wants. I think she wants revenge.
She wants revenge. I just want the clout from that.
I think she wants revenge.
Why?
I think she wants revenge because I don't know what happened in their breakup, but it's like if you've ever been broken up with, And then it's like you sit down to yourself and you really reflect on your relationship and you're like, man, I really let that motherfucker get away with that. I really listened to this dude. I really let this dude do all of this. And then he gets to go in front of everybody and pretend to be this feminist and pretend to be this millionaire and get all these movie deals. Well, I just got to sit here and take a L? Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to leak these messages and I'm going to put it out so they can know that this motherfucker is not who he says he is.
You know, I don't feel like any of them are wrong. I just feel like this is just the wrong place to be putting that out.
What's up, y'all? I'm Keith.
This your boy Eddie.
And I appreciate you guys. Let's shoot it again. I messed up. What's up, guys? I'm Keith.
And this is Eddie.
And we want to say, guys, we appreciate you guys watching this entire video. And we would really appreciate it if you would
like and subscribe.
Okay, that was my line. But we appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. There's more coming where that came from. If I said that right.
Yeah.
More coming with that. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. We will see you next time.